What is a small, underrated moment in the books/movies that completely changes how you view a character? I don't think you're a waste of space. When Harry thought he was seeing his dad in Prisoner of Azkaban and how much he was excited to see him, but realized it was Harry himself. The way that it was written, and him realizing that it wasn't his father made me feel for Harry, and he tried telling Hermione and she was like, "Bro, your dad dead." Just hits hard for some reason. In the movies, Slughorn asks Hagrid if he can take some venom first. Ron ripping up Percy's unhinged letter in OTP. The first time I read that part, I remember putting down the book and just basked in the happy feeling. Christmas on a closed ward. When the four learn about what really happened to Neville's parents. Harry already knew, of course, but it was a pivotal moment in Neville's story, and I believe it gave him the confidence to become the true badass he became in DH. Neville's glow-up towards the end of the series is so satisfying to read. When Luna tells Harry that she and her dad believe him that you know who is back, and she says something like Lord Voldy *** would *** want Harry to feel alone with no support when in actuality, many people probably believe and support him. I always get teary-eyed at that part. HBP has these two Dumbledore lines near the beginning and end, where before they enter the disheveled remains of the house Slughorn is squatting in, Dumbledore tells Harry something to the effect of, "You need not be afraid. You are with me." And then when they go into the Inferi cave, "I am not afraid. I am with you." Nobody talks about it at all, but it does mean that Dumbledore at that point sees Harry as a contemporary. In Goblet of Fire, when the Weasleys step in as Harry's family, and at the end when Harry allowed himself to be held as he cried into Molly. It felt like it was the first time Harry realized the Weasleys were his family, going beyond him being Ron's friend, and he now had a true emotional vulnerability with them. Anytime McGonagall gets competitive around Quidditch, the idea that this stern, strict, academic type just wants to watch her ball club smash the competition on game days is so humanizing. Molly trying to kill the Boggart in OTP. She saw Harry as a son, and while in the moment, I doubt he would have made the realization that he had a maternal figure in his life. I like to think that the Canute dropped later when he had time to process it. Can I see Uranus Lavender? Don't be shocked, Severus. How many men and women have you watched die? Lately, only those who I couldn't save. The Slytherins clapping with the rest of school when Hagrid returns in Chamber of Secrets. It shows that most of them actually like Hagrid. Neville secretly keeping the wrapper his mom gave, something which only Harry notices. McGonagall and Umbridge arguing about Harry's chances as an Auror, and McGonagall declaring that she'll make Harry an Auror even if it's the last thing she does. I don't remember the exact lines, but they were of similar vein. When Harry doesn't tell anyone about the cuts on his hands from Umbridge. In Cos, when Harry caught a glimpse of the Weasley Gringotts vault as Molly took out one measly galleon and 58 sickles before hurrying out quickly. Nothing but respect towards the Weasley family. Harry taking Luna to the Christmas party. Here lies Dobby, a free elf. Rufus Scrimgeour. I always hate him so much and see him as a continuation of the awful ministry figures in the books like Crouch, Fudge, Umbridge, etc., but his last act is suffering torture and being murdered and not giving up Harry's location to the Death Eaters. Luna's comment to Harry about Ron in HBP. He says funny things sometimes, doesn't he? Said Luna, as they set off down the corridor together. But he can be a bit unkind. I noticed that last year. This was a highly illuminating line for me when reading for the first time. It made me go back and look at Ron's behavior with a different lens. Molly giving Harry Fabian's watch. It showed him that she sees him as worthy of such an important family heirloom and would mean so much more than a new one because it shows him that he's family. I loved in Book 1 when Harry gave Neville a chocolate frog after Malfoy bullied Neville. You're worth 12 of Malfoy. We all knew Harry was a good person, but it's a very sweet moment and establishes quickly how important Neville's friends are to his incredible character development over time. In DH, the bit in the woods where Harry turns over the stone and his parents, Lupin and Sirius appear, And his mom tells him, "You've been so brave," and he asks, "Does it hurt?" The way it's written, the childish question fell from his lips, made me cry for years every time I reread it. Like literally at least 10 years after its release. Even now when I read it, I get a pang. How heated even George and Fred get over Hermione being called a mudblood. Arthur is kind of a goofy character, and Molly is just so classically a mom, but you can really see there what kind of household they run. Even the most unserious of their children was ready to die for the greater good. Yes, I know Molly messed up with that whole Rita Skeeter article, but I think she did enough good to make up for it. When we learn that Molly Weasley's boggart shows up in the form of her perished children,